Hey everybody, Jimmy with the Triple C Collective, and
Collin here.
And we are, we're here to tell you that we've obviously been on a break of content.
Yep.
And we've had a few people reach out to us. Appreciate everyone reaching out. No, we're not done or anything, but we've decided to do a pivot in our content, right?
Yeah. Sadly, the strikes affect more than just people on screen. It's like everybody that does content around that.
Exactly.
Needed to slow down.
Exactly. And so with that, we decided here, obviously we support the writers and the SAG-AFTRA strikes. We want them to be able to get those better deals, those fair deals, and everything that they deserve. With it, my show, commentary track, we wouldn't be having that without any of
without
this
their content.
Yeah,
right.
Without all of this previous stuff, without those awesome writers and those awesome actors and stuff, making us believe. And so with that, we looked into the rules of the SAG-AFTRA stuff and to the Writers Guild and whatnot. And so with that, through the things that really affect us here
Right.
is through the SAG-AFTRA stuff. So with that,
Mr. Crowley, take it away.
Thanks, Jimmy and Collin. SAG-AFTRA states that you can continue to work on most podcasts during the strike, but there are some rules that you need to keep in mind. For instance, appearing as a guest on any podcast to promote struck work is not allowed under any circumstances. This includes promotion of work done in the past, because past work is just as important to the streamer's bottom lines as upcoming work. Streaming services are putting performers' work on their platforms to exist there forever without letting the performer share in the revenue that they are receiving as a result of having an endless supply of content that performers have made possible. As a host, if you are under contract, you should honor your contract. If you self-produce your podcast, do not promote struck work, whether past, current, or upcoming, as part of your podcast. If you are unsure whether your podcast is affected by this rule, please reach out to podcastcontracts@sagaftra.org. Rewatch or companion podcasts related to struck work are considered promotional, as these shows may drive listeners to find and watch the shows promoted by your podcast. You should honor any pre-existing contracts. If your contract or influence allows you the flexibility to adjust your show's content for the duration of the strike so that it is no longer promotional of struck work, then SAG-AFTRA and your listeners would see that as an incredible show of solidarity with the performers on the shows your podcast typically promotes. However, if a contract is not involved, do not promote struck work. Hosts and guests can talk about things such as their personal lives, union activism, how the strike is affecting them or the state of the industry, but not about work for struck employers. Why does SAG-AFTRA care if podcasts promote struck work? SAG-AFTRA fully appreciates the importance and reach of the work done in the podcast space, which is why they need you to stand with them to stop promoting work that benefits the companies they are on strike against. Gains in the TV and theatrical contracts set the standard for all other contracts in this industry, so we must all work together to win a fair contract as quickly as possible. What movies and shows are struck and should not be promoted? Any show or film, past, current, or upcoming, that was or would have been covered by SAG-AFTRA's TV theatrical agreements is considered struck work, unless that project appears on their interim agreement list. This includes classic movies and shows. Who do you contact for more information about podcasts? You can reach out with any questions to podcastcontracts@sagaftra.org. This is Meester Crowley. Back to you, Jimmy and Collin.
All right, Mr. Crowley, appreciate everything you did there and laying it all out on the line. So, what does that all mean for us? Obviously, commentary track, putting a pause on. Any unboxings we do will now basically be on anything that is not based off a movie or a TV show. So any kind of book, comic, anything like that, that's what we'll be doing for our unboxings. When it comes to reviews, you're going to start seeing, a lot more of our comics and a lot more of the Kid Lit. We're going to get that going, get that playlist going so that we can get all of that stuff focused in there. I know, so we've
Not
wanted...
bad news.
Not bad
Different
news.
lane.
We're just pivoting, and we're doing it to show our support and everything like that. But also with that, we do have one new announcement, right, Collin?
Yes, sir. We're gonna come out with Ban This Podcast finally, which is something that I've been working on behind the scenes for a while now. And the first episodes will deal with the strike, so we will get into that.
Those will be. I'm really excited for that. There were 3 shows. One that all 3 of us, Meester Crowley, myself, and Collin here, we all developed and had. And mine was just the first one that I wanted to launch with. I was ready with it first. Collin's been working in the background here on his for a while, and now it feels ready. It's ready to go, and yeah, I'm excited to talk about the strike and to have Ban This Podcast and everything going. But so with all of that, we wanted to address everything. We wanted to tell you guys, tell all of our followers, all of our subscribers, and everybody, we're not going anywhere. We're just doing a pivot, and we had to decide what we wanted to do here, like behind the scenes.
How to support the creators that
that we love and that we want to support, and continue to support and stuff, but also continue to do things that we love here on our channel as well. So this is our happy medium for the time being. We obviously want to thank you all for joining us as always. I'm JimmE with the Triple C Collective.
I'm Collin.
And we hope you all stay safe, and please like and subscribe.